Welcome, YouTubers. This is Optimus Prime G1. I am coming to you with a review of DK-1, which is a Diakron Diaclone. It was the predecessor to Sunstreaker. It came out in the early 80s. This one I got around 83, 84. I don't know for sure the exact date because there was no date stamp on the car. All it has is a Takara, Japan stamp. So, best I can tell you, it's from Takara, Japan. And it came out sometime in the 80s. I know it was early 80s, around 83, 84. I don't remember for sure, like, when I got mine. I think somewhere around there is when they actually came out, too. So let's take a look at my favorite feature of this when I was younger, was the opening canopy, where you could fit the little Diakron figure, who sat right in the seat there in the little cockpit. And that was my favorite thing to do, was stick the little figure in there. I don't have the figure available to show you. It's in a box, and I looked and I couldn't find it. I didn't want to do this review without him, but I looked everywhere and I could not find him. I know I had him. So I decided to go ahead and do a review without him. One other feature is you can stick that at the back. That was actually shown in, I believe, the instructions with it originally when I got it. That was a fun thing to do. It kind of looked like extra jets out the back to make it go a little faster. It's a modified Lamborghini Countach after all, so why not modify it even more by adding jets on the back of it. Other than that, that's pretty much it for the car mode. I mean, it rolls, it has rubber tires. I did redo the chrome in silver instead of chrome because the chrome did fade on me. So, and I don't know how to get things chromed. I think it would cost too much for me to do it, and I think it would just end up fading again anyway. So I just painted it, and if it fades on me, I can just repaint it myself without having to pay extra money for it. So that's just me. Let's do a comparison with one of his other G1 compatriots, which is a remold of Sideswipe. It is Red Alert. So basically, same size vehicle, pretty much. This one's a regular Lamborghini Countach versus the modified Lamborghini Countach, although he is modified slightly with a light bar on top for being a fire car. He is slightly taller, but other than that, same length. And basically almost the same width, too. I guess, yeah, they're about the same width. Okay, so we got those. Let's get to the transformation, and we'll show off some more things there. First of all, the first thing you want to do is you want to pull the front end out. Second thing you want to do is, actually these pieces come out to the sides to form the legs a little better. At this point, he's pretty much standing on his own already, and he's already out of the picture. So let's zoom up a little bit, and we'll zoom out slightly. And then this already came down. This really, you're supposed to stay attached so you pull it down, but it came down on its own. These just unpeg. There's actually a peg here that holds it in pretty good. This one isn't actually held in by the peg, it's just by sheer force of will. And the fact that it's very tight on this one side. This one's a little bit looser, and it comes right down. And it's starting to shrink on me, so I'm just going to pull it back up again. Okay, then we just take the cockpit here, and we open that up, and it comes in and down. And this actually folds up and tries to hold everything nice and secure back here. And his head just opens right up. I don't have both fists, only have one fist. And I have the pile driver thing that you saw earlier in the car mode. This is actually an interesting thing. It actually moves. It comes out and goes in. And the funny thing is, it doesn't stay out for his fist to fit on his hand. It actually has to go in. So let's put it in, put it on his hand, and that's pretty much what he looks like in robot mode. Now, he does actually have good articulation in his arms for being a 80s Transformer. He has wrist articulation. He has elbow articulation. He has this bicep articulation. And he has a shoulder articulation, kind of. In and out a little bit. But, I mean, for an 80s vehicle, Transformer, that was actually out before Transformers, he was technically not a Transformer, he's a Diakron Diaclone. So, pretty darn awesome. Now we're going to take a look at his face, because his face is actually pretty cool as well. So we're going to take a look at his face next. I'm going to zoom up a little so we can zoom in good on that lovely face of his. I don't know if I can get any closer without it going out of focus. No, it won't go in focus, so I'm going to zoom in a little bit. But you can see that he has a really good face sculpt for an 80s figure. He's got eyes, nose, and a mouth. And that is all for an 80s figure. That is really awesome. Like I said, I do still need to get some repro labels. I mean, you can see that his arm labels are having some wear there, and his black label on his chest. I guess I could always paint the red in. I could paint that in. I'll probably see if I can get to the repro labels first. But that head sculpt is awesome. It is one of the things that I actually like about this figure is the fact he has arm posability, and he has a really nice sculpted face. For an older figure, that's really, really nice. Now we're going to bring back in Red Alert. And here's his friend Red Alert. And he's out of camera, so let's move him over a little bit. I mean, I can zoom out and realign it, but let's do that instead. Okay, so you have Red Alert next to Sunstreaker. Sunstreaker's, I say Sunstreaker, I know it's DK-1, but I'm going with Sunstreaker because it's just easy to remember Sunstreaker. You can see that there is a height difference. Not overly bad. I mean, it's just a slight height difference. I don't remember if they were supposed to be the same height in this show or not. I don't even remember if when Sunstreaker was in the show, if he was the same, if he was even in the episodes with Red Alert or not. I know he's in the episodes with the twin, which is Sideswipe, but I don't remember if he was ever in an episode with Red Alert. Just as an extra comparison, we'll bring in Generations Red Alert. The reason I did Red Alert was because I actually had the Generations Red Alert available to do Red Alert, so I could do both. I know I didn't do Vehicle Red Alert, but that's okay. And you can see in Generations, or whatever line that was that Red Alert came out in, Classics, Universe, whatever, that Red Alert is bigger than our friend here in every way. Even the vehicle is bigger. I would have shown that to you, but I didn't see the point in that. Now, the reason I did this video, because I know I've had people ask me, would I recommend them? Like, they've seen this figure in my collection, not on YouTube, because this is only my third YouTube video, but other people in person have seen him in my collection, have asked me if I didn't have him, would I go buy him? And the answer is yes, I would definitely go buy him. The reason being is he is a great figure. He has good articulation. He has a great face sculpt. I mean, both vehicle mode and robot mode are phenomenal for an 80s Transformer. So if I didn't have my collection, I would definitely either go get Sunstreaker or DK-1, whichever one I can get my hands on. Personally, I would get one that I could restore because I like restoring, but if I wasn't into that, I'd probably pay the price of getting one of the ones. I'd probably try to find the cheapest price I could get for one. I probably wouldn't pay like $400 for one, but I do believe he needs a place in your collection, either the Sunstreaker mold or the DK-1 mold. This red or the yellow mold, doesn't matter which one, but I do believe he earns a place in your collection. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to actually transform this guy. I didn't do that part, so I want to make sure I got this part in here. One thing of interest is There are no springs in these hands. You actually have to pull them out. Most people think that was a Hasbro thing, but it actually started before Hasbro. I don't know if it's something that they had to do to bring these in this country or not, because people say the Japanese ones had the springs. So I'm guessing it was a import thing. Okay, you want to get these in position. The hands are usually I do that first. Get these hands in position, because all you do is bend them like that, and then they'll go right back where you need them to go. Next thing is to unpeg that and push this, pull this back and push that out at the same time. You kind of like, it's a kind of one maneuver, and you just swing it back around and down. Swing these little guys. These actually have a peg up here and a peg down here. This one doesn't peg as good as the top one does. Close this. This actually, there's a little ledge here that grabs onto here to hold that in place. It doesn't really always work because that thing always falls down on me. The legs get pushed in, and then these little feet just get squinched together, and you push it in the rest of the way, and there you go. And one thing I wanted to show you is I still have the original. It's on both sides, but this one I think is easier to read than the other, because that one's kind of folded under. It actually says DK-1 still on it. That's the original sticker. That's not a repro label. I got to go there and see if I can get some repro labels, but that's actually the original label still. And the other thing is, under here is the Takara label. And it just says Takara Japan. It doesn't have a date. I mean, that's why I don't know exactly what date these came out or what date I got this vehicle either. I'm guessing it was around the same time it got released. I don't know for sure, but that's that. And once again, thank you for watching my video. I hope this has been informative for you, and I don't know if it'll help you decide whether you should or should not get this if you find it, but I'm hoping that I give enough information about this vehicle to help you make up your mind. Alright, have a good day now.